So, welcome to our afternoon podcast. This is Bob McMahon again from IACFB, and we're going to talk a little bit about our new directories, our new lenders directories. We've had 3 or 4 emails that have come in because they know that it's coming, and in reality, it's here now, although we will be still adding content to it probably through the end of the month. The actual directories are now completely operational. So I'm going to take you to the directories here. If you go to IACFB.academy, and you can get to the directories a couple ways. If you go to under the Explore heading here, if you go off campus, you'll see a listing to or a link to lenders directories at IACFB. And it'll tell you a little bit about the directories and the benefits to the brokers and so on. And it gives you a link directly right here for the directory. Or if you go over to just plain links here in the menu, go to IACFB Lenders Directories. Okay, now this will take you to the new searchable directories. Now, most of you know that we've had the lenders directories for years, but they've been private. They were only for our career brokers, and you know, a lot used them, but it was difficult to get. Now we've changed that. We now make the directories because of some of the books that we're putting out on Amazon and so on. We now have the directories that are available online for anybody to use. Okay, so it's very easy to get to them. And more important, we've added a big feature. And one of the features that we've added is our listings of actual IACFB brokers and consultants. So the new directories are not only just lists and links, they are now searchable. So for brokers, you can now go to, and clients, you can now go to these directories, and we have different categories. We have commercial factors, asset-based lenders, alternative commercial lenders. It'll be like MCAs and ECDs and so on, equipment finance and leasing companies, and most important, brokers and consultants. So, for example, if you are a broker and a consultant, and say you have a new prospective client, and maybe that's a company that's starting a new staffing company, we'll say, or something like that. If you go here to commercial factors, you can do a general search, but if you just do the basic search, which is everything, it's going to take you to the listings of all the factors. And you can look at categories of the factors that are advanced factors, non-recourse factors, recourse factors, spot factoring, and so on. Or if you go to the filters and you're looking for a particular industry, in this case, you're looking for staffing. If you were to go to staffing and go to the A to Z's, you could pull up staffing right here. Now, this will pull up all the factors that provide factoring for staffing companies or specialists in it. It's a specialty area. So you can go to, if you're a broker, say, yeah, I want to talk to a staffing broker. I can go right here, for example, we'll pull up advanced partners. Okay. They're a niche. They do the staffing industry almost exclusively. And this tells you the information that you need to contact them. You've got a website contact here. That will take you right to advanced partners, and you can give them a call. Tell them that you're a broker, an IACFB broker. Okay. And you can search that way, and you can basically find a lender based from the standpoint of your being a broker in your community. You can find a lender, a factor. You can find an asset-based lender. You can find a merchant cash advance provider. You can find an equipment leaser. So you can find them very easily now that this is completely searchable. So I'm going to take you back here to the home page. Now, one of the reasons we did this is we know when somebody comes to our IACFB portals and they are a potential client, they're looking for a broker. And also our factors are always looking for some method of getting at our broker system, our broker network. Well, this now takes care of that. This completely takes care of that. Now, if you're a broker, if you're an IACFB broker, for example, we'll go to asset-based lenders, alternative equipment. We'll go over here to brokers and consultants and search. Now, this is a group of brokers that were in our network right now, and we've got about probably 60 or 70% of the brokers that are in our network right now. So it's just all of the brokers. And important for a client is, where can I find a broker that's close to me? Well, using the filters, you can find a broker by any state. For example, if I was in New York and I wanted to speak to somebody that's in New York as a broker, I can just search. Okay. Now this pulls up all of the brokers in New York. I could go to this gentleman here, Pierce Group. I could look up Pierce Group. And if I'm looking for a broker, this tells me where Pierce Group is. This is their address. This is the services they provide. They're used to find these particular services. Okay, their phone and their contact. Okay, so from a client standpoint, this is a very, very important tool. It's a very important tool for you as the broker. Now, when you come in, you can come in as a broker. You can add your listing when you want to get in the directory. Now, we manually put in directory listings, but you as a broker may want to go to update your listing with additional content and so on. And you do that right here, add your listing. If you go to the menu up here, add your listing. Okay, and this tells you a little bit about how to add your listing. It's very easy, by the way. If you're a factor or lender, this is what you do. If you're a broker, this is what you do right here. Okay. And then when you're ready to add your listing on, this also works as your update of your listing. If you have a listing that is currently in the directory and you want to update it, you do the same thing. It makes no difference. You go to add a listing now right here. And you are a broker or consultant right here. So you're going to add your listing. Okay. Now you're going to fill out this information right here. You're going to give a description. We give you some basic description off of your website. All of this information comes off your website. Now you really want to get into your description, and we give you up to 1,000 characters here. So you can put a couple of nice paragraphs about your particular consultancy as a broker. Okay. Put in your name, your state. We already have a location in there, but if you want to put that again, you can put that again, you can. Okay. Now, when you come into your image use, the cover image is something you don't need. I put it as optional, but you really don't need it because we don't use it. We have a standardized cover image. However, you do want to put in a logo or personal image that you have, and you can do something like 300 pixels, just a nice little image. If you send us an image, we're gonna crop it to the proper size anyway. Okay, and put in your website, your phone number, broker consultant type. What kind of we've allowed because we have a lot of brokers that are cash flow mortgage note brokers that also do factoring, especially factoring and some business finance. We have allowed commercial finance brokers or consultants to be there along with our mortgage note brokers. So you can add that as a option. It's just a drop down. Okay. And you add your options in there. Add your services, what you actually do, asset-based loans, factoring services, and so on. Okay. And then you can add your social networks. And we don't have social networks in there, but we highly recommend, if you're part of LinkedIn especially, go ahead and add in your LinkedIn, add in your URL for your LinkedIn postings for you as the broker. Okay. And then you submit that. Okay. Submit the listing. Okay. And then we will upgrade. It comes in and we take a look at it, make sure you're one of our brokers. And then we will upgrade your listing for you. Okay. So it's very, very easy to do. So that gives you an idea from the standpoint of the new directories. This is a great tool for you to use now, a great tool. It's also good for the lenders because the lenders now can get at you, the broker, if they've got a contest going or something like that. It'll be very easy for them to get in touch with you and let you know by email that this is what they have going, and so on and so forth. So it's a great tool. And of course, now that it is searchable, that no matter what kind of a client that you're going to run into, you should be able to easily find a lender of some kind, whether it's a factor or it's a merchant cash advance provider. We get contacts always from our brokers saying, hey, do you know a good merchant cash advance provider? You know, somebody that's looking for a $25,000 loan, something like that. They're not looking for factoring. They just need something very quick and easy. And this we already have probably 30 or something like that merchant cash providers in the directory now, and we'll end up probably with somewhere between 50 and 100 of those kinds of alternative lenders. They're not factors, they're not asset-based lenders, they're not equipment lessors, they are alternative lenders. Okay, so we have, if you go back to the search bar, you'll see all of these alternative commercial lenders here. You see, and you can find them by what they do. Is it an SBA provider? Is somebody that does SBA loans, for example? And you can go to categories here. If you are a merchant cash advance provider, for example, you can click on here, and this will take you to commercial merchant cash advance providers right here. And you can click on here. It takes you right to their listing, Go Capital in this case. Tells you what they do, their niche areas, their categories, preferred industries, and so on. And then you can go right to their website. So that's how you find it. So that's basically what I had to talk to you about today. This is the first of what are going to be a lot of YouTube Zoom presentations that we're going to have on the new directory, because everybody's going to be looking for this. We've been looking for this for some time, and the fact that we've added in the listings for you brokers makes it all that much better. Okay, so I'm going to let you go for right now, and if you have any questions, go to IACFB.academy. You can ask questions off the Academy, or you can go to our magazine. We always have the Ask the Factor area at the magazine. And so with that, I'm going to let you go for this afternoon. Thanks a lot. Bye.